This video explores a topic that often gets oversimplified online and tries to replace myths with context by looking at nightlife culture in China through a human and observational lens rather than gossip. Instead of presenting people as caricatures, it explains how environment, social expectations, and modern urban life shape behavior, especially when alcohol enters the scene. The focus is not on judging anyone, but on understanding how Chinese nightlife works, what social signals mean, and why reactions that seem surprising to outsiders actually make sense once you understand the setting. One of the most important points is that there is no single type of Chinese girl. China is vast, with dozens of ethnic groups, massive differences between cities and rural areas, and a wide gap between generations. A university student in Shanghai, a creative professional in Chengdu, and an office worker in a smaller inland city may all experience nightlife very differently. The video treats this diversity as a key feature, reminding viewers that behavior when drinking is shaped by personal background, not nationality alone. When it comes to alcohol culture, the video explains that drinking in China has deep social roots. Traditionally, alcohol has been tied to business dinners, celebrations, and bonding rituals. In nightlife settings, especially clubs and bars in big cities, drinking becomes more about relaxation and self-expression. Many young women approach alcohol cautiously, often starting with lighter drinks or sharing bottles with friends. Performance-wise, this shows how moderation is often valued, and being drunk is not always the goal. This contrasts with some Western nightlife scenes where heavy drinking is normalized. As alcohol lowers inhibitions, the video explains that changes in behavior are usually subtle rather than extreme. Some women become more talkative, expressive, or playful, while others become quieter and more reflective. The idea that being drunk automatically leads to wild or reckless behavior is challenged by showing how social awareness remains strong. Even when tipsy, many people remain highly conscious of face, reputation, and group harmony, which are core design elements of Chinese social interaction. Another aspect covered is the role of friends. Nightlife in China is often a group experience, not an individual one. Friends look after each other, decide when to leave, and intervene if someone drinks too much. This built-in support system is a unique selling point of the culture, especially for outsiders who may expect a more individualistic approach. The video highlights how this group dynamic affects how women behave when drinking, making extreme situations less common than online rumors suggest. The design of nightlife venues also plays a major role. Bars and clubs in China are often visually striking, with heavy emphasis on lighting, sound systems, themed interiors, and VIP areas. These spaces are designed to feel immersive and safe, encouraging conversation as much as dancing. This environment shapes behavior by creating controlled spaces rather than chaotic ones. The video explains how seating layouts, table service, and staff presence influence how people drink and interact. Another performance aspect discussed is communication style. Even when drinking, many Chinese women prefer indirect communication. Flirting, if it happens, is often subtle, involving eye contact, humor, or shared activities, rather than bold physical gestures. When alcohol is involved, confidence may increase, but boundaries usually remain clear. This challenges the stereotype that drinking equals loss of control, and instead shows how cultural norms continue to guide behavior. The video also touches on the influence of modern media and globalization. Younger generations exposed to international movies, music, and social platforms sometimes experiment with styles seen abroad. This can create moments where behavior looks more Western, especially in nightlife hotspots frequented by tourists and However, even in these spaces, local values still influence decisions, especially around safety and respect. Safety is treated as a core topic rather than an afterthought. The video explains that many women are cautious about their drinks, prefer venues they trust, and rely on friends or ride-hailing apps to get home safely. Alcohol does not erase awareness of risks. This practical approach is presented as a key feature of modern nightlife, showing how fun and responsibility coexist. Another layer explored is emotional expression. In a society where daily life can be highly structured and demanding, nightlife becomes a release valve. Alcohol may allow people to express stress, joy, or vulnerability that they suppress during the work week. When women drink, this emotional openness can be mistaken by outsiders as dramatic or exaggerated, but the video reframes it as a temporary and human response to pressure. The video also addresses misunderstandings held by foreign visitors. Language barriers, cultural assumptions, and social media exaggeration often lead to incorrect conclusions. What looks like flirtation may simply be friendliness. What looks like boldness may be normal conversation style within a group. By breaking down these moments step by step, the video helps viewers recalibrate their expectations. A technical detail that adds depth is how alcohol tolerance varies widely. Body chemistry, drinking habits, and experience all matter more than gender or nationality. The video avoids sensational claims and instead explains that reactions to alcohol are individual. Some people laugh more. Some become serious. Some get tired quickly. This grounded approach increases credibility and trust. Another unique selling point is the respectful tone. Instead of treating women as a curiosity, the video treats them as participants in a social system. It explains motivations, choices, and boundaries, allowing viewers to learn without objectifying. This makes the content appealing to a wide audience, including travelers, students, and anyone interested in cross-cultural understanding. The nightlife economy is also briefly examined. Bars, clubs, and lounges cater to different moods, from quiet cocktail conversations to high-energy dance floors. Women choose venues based on comfort, music preference, and social circle. Alcohol behavior changes depending on whether the setting encourages conversation, performance, or relaxation. This environmental influence is a design element often ignored in viral clips. Throughout the video, the message remains consistent that alcohol does not reveal a hidden personality but amplifies existing traits. A confident person may become more expressive, a shy person may open up slightly, and a reserved person may simply relax. This framing removes the mystery and replaces it with understanding. The video balances observation with explanation, avoiding gossip while still addressing curiosity. It acknowledges that nightlife stories can be entertaining, but emphasizes that reality is usually more ordinary and respectful than rumor suggests. By focusing on context, social structure, and personal agency, it turns a sensational topic into an educational one that invites viewers to rethink what they think they know about nightlife and behavior when alcohol is involved.